my friends, thank you so much for joining me today. I am responding to a request in this video. I've gotten it several times lately and now it's finally happening. It's a get unready with me. Yes, Emily, we really like you putting on the makeup, but now let's take off the makeup. That's what this is about. So we're doing makeup removal and skincare and maybe a couple of body steps. I actually shot this last night in my bathroom and I'm just kind of here to narrate. So this is what I do every night. Some of the things that I use in this video I've used for a long time, but let's jump right in. First off, we're gonna wash the face, and I use something that I've used for quite some time. These are the Equate 2-in-1 Daily Facial Cloths. So these are dry cloths that have the soap on them, in them, and you put them under your sink and they start to suds up. And I find these to just be a super effective way to remove the makeup. It takes off everything, you know, lots of makeup, lots of eye makeup. I can get them right around my eye area without any irritation. Yes, I have used the different Olay versions of this stuff, which for a long time that was what I used first. And then I basically realized that these Equate ones work just as well. And once I'm done, the skin doesn't feel super stripped of its moisture. I hope they never stop making these. I've been buying them for years. In that box, they actually give you 2 packs, so you're gonna have a couple months worth of these things in there. If I run out, I will say I use some kind of a cleansing balm. Like there's an e.l.f. cleansing balm in a pot from the Holy Hydration line. It's really good. You can just slather that on, kind of work it into the skin. And it does take a little bit more work to be sure everything's off, but that is what I'll go ahead and use to get the makeup off if I run out of these cloths. But once we're done with that and we get the face all dried off, I use some kind of toner. I'm showing you a couple of the different toners that I have. One is from Thayer's and it's the coconut facial toner. I believe I came up with that at Target. And then for old time's sake, not too long ago, I got this Hydra Fresh one from L'Oreal because I remembered using that quite some time ago, and I kind of like the smell of that. So on this night I chose to go with the coconut, and I just got some of that on a cotton pad and rubbed it all over the skin. And after I finish that toner step, I just feel extra fresh, extra clean, and just ready to move on with my skincare steps. Every night, no matter what, even if I move on and do some self-tanning or like a sleeping mask type deal, this is gonna come first. It's the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. And this has done a lot of good things for my skin, I think. I think it's helped the surface of my skin be a lot smoother. When I really realized this product's worth was quite a while ago when I had some little bumps that I guess you would call milia on my forehead, and I remember talking about that in a video. And with some continued use of this Advanced Night Repair, I really felt like those went away. The whole surface of my skin got very, very smooth and even, and I just enjoy it so much. So it's a can't miss step for me. You take a little bit out of the dropper and just get it all rubbed in. If there's any extra, I go down the neck with that. And if you're like, okay, I'd like to try that, but maybe I don't want to invest the money in that full size, I'm not sure how it's going to work for me, there are many situations where you can get a mini of that. I mean, if you call up my friend David on the phone, I'm sure there's a situation where there's a free gift and you can get a little size. And I tell you, I started out on a little size of that stuff. It lasted me a long time. So don't underestimate the worth you can get out of even just a sample of that product. Then we're going to do a little bit of eye cream, and I'm using my Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Eye. It's just kind of like a gel cream type of look. It has sort of this cloudy appearance somewhat in the container, but a really smooth texture, very moisturizing, and I just dab that in all around the eye area, trying to be gentle. Sometimes I have the instinct to pull at my skin and be a little too aggressive with it. And then we're going to do some moisturizer, and for the last couple of months I've used this Hello Results. It's called a Wrinkle Reducing Daily Retinol Cream from It Cosmetics, and I gotta say, I don't think it's been amazing for me. It's been okay. I don't feel like I've had any like sensitivities to using that one, and I'm not totally sure what I was expecting out of it, but I just don't feel like it's rocked my world, okay? The texture of it is nice. It feels like a very classic moisturizer, but what I also have on hand in my bathroom is my e.l.f. Holy Hydration, and this is really the part of my skincare routine that I can be the most like interchangeable with. I really like the Holy Hydration, and they make a Holy Hydration eye cream too that's just lovely as well. You can get that in fragrance-free, regular. They've recently come out with an SPF infused Holy Hydration. So I like that stuff, and that's what I ended up using on this day. I just feel like the moisture is so there with that one. It even has, I think, maybe a bit more luxurious feel on the skin than that It Cosmetics. It contains hyaluronic acid. It says it has a peptide complex. So I get on a generous amount of that stuff, and when I'm done, my skin just looks hydrated as can be. And that pretty much sums up the nighttime facial skincare, but I do have some other things, like if I'm really doing an extreme take care of myself real well kind of night, I will grab this stuff from Truly. It's called Goodnight Moon, and it's a chest and neck sleep mask, and it's a very, very thick cream. It smells like berries and cream. I gotta admit, this is a lot for the scent of this product because I've got plenty of lotions, but this one just smells so good, and you feel like you're spreading actual thick frosting on yourself. And I get that on my neck and décolleté area. This feels like I've done something good for myself when I take that step. Then if we're talking about putting on a little lotion all over, I've got the Unicorn Fruit Whip Body Butter. Same texture as the other, smells a little bit more like, I don't know, sugary cotton candy like. Or I also like my Soap and Glory You Butter Glow if I'm wanting that tropical, really juicy, fruity kind of scent. And then we can go basic here. This Nivea Essentially Enriched. I've seen enough people talking about this on TikTok. I mean, it really does make your skin glow. It's easier to rub in than those other thicker creams. The Soap and Glory really isn't that crazy thick, but the Truly ones, you know, those really take a little work. This will just give you an immediate glow to the skin when you pop it on, like you just look juicy, okay? I really love that. It has just kind of a barely there sort of fresh, gender neutral kind of scent. So I'll pop that stuff on, and then, you know, I have a lot of body mists, and I don't really start my day with those. I have a fragrance from Glossier called Glossier You, and it's really good. It's kind of like fresh and clean, a little bit outdoorsy. Like, I just love it. So I want to wear that every day, but then at nighttime, I'm like, let's get some use out of the body mist. It feels good to get into bed and think, okay, I've got a little good smell going on here. Oh, and by the way, I do wash my hair, get in the shower, wash my hair several nights a week, and if I do that, obviously I'm doing all my face wash and all that stuff in there too, and then following up with these steps. So a few body mists I like to use. I've got a Wild Honeysuckle one from Bath & Body Works. I've got Volcanic Rose Water from the Truly brand. I've also got Baby Grace, which I kind of rediscovered recently in my collection, but tonight we're using the honeysuckle. It has a really nice fresh smell, and it smells just like the honeysuckle that's in my backyard. Mention self-tanning for a second, because some nights I do this, and I remember kind of complaining about this Isle of Paradise mist because they actually do specifically say on the label, like, douse your body in this stuff and then rub it in, like get yourself fully saturated with it. And I didn't really like spraying it on myself because I felt like I would always hit the floor or my mats or something. But some of y'all said, just put it on the mitt. Just spray it right on the mitt. Don't worry about it. And me trying to be such a rule follower with this stuff, I guess I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just try that. And it works just fine. So, I mean, sometimes I get a few streaks because I'm being a little too careless with it, but I don't really care. I use this medium shade. I think the color's really pretty that it turns out. So I didn't do it on this night, but I'm just showing you I do like that stuff. And I do just spray it on the mitt now. Just spray it on the mitt. And then what if you're going to self-tan the face, Em? What about sleeping masks? Well, I've got this Origin Drink Up Intensive mask that is great for like a nighttime, really intensive moisturizing treatment. Great for summertime if you've been out in the pool. Put a thick amount of that on at bedtime and just go to sleep with it. A lower cost alternative to that would be the Holy Hydration Sleeping Mask from e.l.f. I really like that one too, but if I'm going to use my face tanner, I will take my drops of the Isle of Paradise stuff. So it's just out of a little dropper. You could probably blend that into your body lotion too if you wanted to try it that way, but I put these self-tanning face and body drops into one of those creams, blend it in my hands, and just work it all over the face. I'll put the Advanced Night Repair on first, and then I'll do that. I think the reason why I like blending those drops in with those particular moisturizers is because they come out of tubes, and it's just real easy to like squeeze it into my hand and then get it all blended, as opposed to gooping into a tub. I don't know. That's just how my mindset works with that stuff. So that pretty well sums up my nighttime routine, any kind of face and and body care things that I do in the evening time. If you would like to see a morning skincare routine, I have gone exactly halfway through my serums from Glossier that I've been using, and I've really been going through some stuff, working through some things, using them very consistently. So I'd be happy to talk about that as well if that's something you are interested in. But thank you so much for joining me for this video. Thank you for asking for the info. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm not sure if I covered this as extensively as I should, or if I really did this the right way. I don't do a lot of getting unready with me videos. So thank you guys so much for your time. I love you, and I will see you again soon. Bye.